What's going on, guys? This is Paul from Bearcat Warehouse. Today I'm going to go over some tips and tricks for the SDS200. People ask me these questions all the time, so I figure I would just make a video and quickly explain all of those features. So hang tight and we'll go through them one by one. We're going to start off by adjusting the volume. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is grab the volume knob, and you can either turn it counterclockwise to lower the volume or clockwise to make the volume louder. And then same goes with the squelch knob that's right below it. This one, you dial this and it's going to change your squelch. You can kind of see this number changing right here. This one, you're typically going to want this on 2. If you're testing to see some weak signals and you want to adjust that, that's fine. But just remember, squelch being on 2 is going to be the sweet spot for the radio. For the next part of the video, I'll show you how to hold onto system, department, and channel. So the radio is broken up into 3 bars here. You have the system on the top bar, and there's your system key. Department on the second bar, here's the department key, and then channel on the third bar, and here's the channel key. So essentially, if you want to find an agency, you're going to need to know what system they're on. And you can check that in the Sentinel database that comes included with the radio, or you can go to radioreference.com to see their database and see what system that department is operating on. So for instance, if you wanted to put a hold on the system, you hit the system key, and once you do that, it's going to lock it in here. Now let's say you wanted to change the system. Well, now that it's highlighted, I can hit system again, then I'm able to dial it to the different systems I have programmed. Then I can let it go and it will lock onto that system that I changed it to. So the next part of this would be a department. So once you have your system locked in, you can go ahead and hit the department key. Once you do that, lock it in, and then you're able to dial through the different departments. Now, I only have police on here. I don't have fire, so you don't get to see a whole lot, but it shouldn't matter. This is really an easy step here. So you have it locked in, you dial the knob, and then you're able to dial through the departments. Same goes with the channel. You can lock the channel in. Once you do that, you're able to dial through all the channels that you have programmed. Now this is a newer system. There's only a couple police frequencies on it so far, so you're only going to see me dialing through a couple of them, but essentially you might see a lot more than that when you're holding onto a particular system. So to remove these, all you have to do is hit those individual keys again, and you're back to normal scanning. Alright, for the next part of the video, I'm going to show you how to do weather scanning. So you start off by hitting the menu button. Then you're going to use the big knob, and you're going to dial it till you see WX operation. Press down on the big knob. First thing you're going to see is weather scan. Then you press down again, and you're now scanning the local weather channel. So if you want to get back to scanning, it shows you how at the bottom of the screen. You just hit the system button, and that takes you back to scanning your favorites list or zip code. Alright, and for our last portion of the video, I'm going to show you how to turn off favorites lists if you have them. For instance, if you had the scanner pre-programmed by us, we would make favorites lists for you. And a lot of the times, it'll be pretty cluttered up if you're trying to scan a lot of favorites at one time. So I'll quickly show you how to turn them on and off individually. So you start by hitting the menu button. First thing you're going to see is set scan selection. You're going to press onto that. Then you're going to use the knob and you're going to go to select lists to monitor. You're going to press on that one. And then in here, you're going to see all the different favorites lists you have. So if you're using the full database, this is going to say full database on, and you can toggle it on and off by hitting the big knob. Now, if you're using favorites lists, you're always going to want to have this full database off, because that's just going to bring in a whole bunch of extra stuff that you may not want to hear. So make sure you have this off if you have a favorites list. Also make sure you have search with scan turned off. So those are the big two. You want to make sure those are off. And then you can go down to your individual favorites that you have and then toggle them on and off individually however you want. So for instance, I only have this one that I made today turned on. That's really all I want to listen to. So just make sure you have everything else turned off. And then once you do that, you can hit the system key right here, and that's going to take you back into scanning. So really quickly, another thing, if you're ever really lost in the menu, like, you know, you're somewhere deep in the menu, you have no idea where you are, let's just go somewhere in here. For instance, you're here, you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. All you have to do is you just hit the system key here, and it takes you back to scanning. All right, well, that's going to wrap us up today. Hopefully this was helpful to some people who just got this radio and don't know too much about it. And as always, if you purchase from us directly, we do offer support if you need. We're pretty knowledgeable here. And I thank all my customers. Business has been great this year. It's been a rough year for all of us, but it has been pretty good in the world of scanning. People want to stay informed now more than ever. So if you do want one of these, feel free to give us a call, or you can place your order directly online. And once again, I thank you guys for watching the videos here on the Bearcat Warehouse YouTube channel, and I will catch you in the next one.